I committed to the tour, and we got to do 24 shows with no days off, 24 shows in a row, with Defeated Sanity, us, Putrid Pile, and then the first half of the tour had two bands, Iniquitous Savagery and Stranglewire, from Scotland and Belfast, North Ireland, respectively. And the second half of the tour was with Embryonic Devourment, the Boys, and a band from Texas called Asylum. And it was a very, very good tour. I have to shout out and commend Defeated Sanity for, I think, pretty much personally inviting to Violently Vomit. Everyone in that band just loves Disgorge. And it was so fun to fucking just be able to deliver the show that they want to see, but also to the crowd. And they really like believed in us, but they were just such the best tour mates. They're so professional. They perform incredible, but from the top down, they're the headliner band. Like they set this like kind of mindset and mentality that like we're all professionals and it's about the performance. And there's a lot of like partying and getting loose in the interim, but it was like that was the guiding mindset and about just the delivering this incredibly difficult music, but also this kind of democratic, like everyone participates equally and works hard, and they don't have a merch guy, they don't have any crew except a sound engineer, and so they like handle merch themselves, and so it's very DIY or kind of underground attitude, and that really was so inspiring on top of the performance.
Just explain Logic to us completely.
Yeah. Okay. So, formal Logic is well, let's start with just Logic in general. Okay. Some things seem to be true. And if you assume some things are true, then other things happen to be true. Like if you say the table is black and the sky is dark. If that's true, then it's also true that the sky is dark. That's just a logical consequence of the first thing being true. And it's like, why would you even fucking need to ever assume that or say that? But what you start with is, oh, so that is necessarily true. So what's that rule of inference, and how can we generalize that? And what are the most general rules we can use to go from truth to truth? And Logic is coming up with the big system that tells you from what is true, what else could possibly, or what else is necessarily true.
Oh, okay. It's like troubleshoot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Except then you just replace all the like example sentences with just like variables like X or whatever, or, and then you just say, well, if P and then you formalize it, you say like, well, that sentence was P and Q. And then the thing you're able to derive is just Q. So that's the rule. Like from P and Q, you can get to Q. And then you find all those rules out. And then there's other rules, like if P implies Q and P is true, then Q is true. Like this is called modus ponens. So you take all these rules and then you start studying them. Like, well, what is this system? And can you prove everything? Can you prove, so you get into what's called metalogical questions about the systems that you come up with. And then they end up being really useful in computer science and in other fields. So, yeah.
True.